All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform that gives you quality news and quality information on everything trending and happening in Biafran territory. Now, without wasting any more time, let us go straight up to the issue and straight up to the tweet from the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko, where he tweeted that the the should I use the word the strongest? Yeah, he used the word strongest. I wanted to use the word deadliest. The strongest army checkpoint in Biafran land has been raised down by the Biafran Defense Forces. It has been raised down by the Biafran Defense Forces. So the Prime Minister tweeted this about some hours ago. That the strongest army checkpoints have been disseminated by the Biafran Defense Forces, and that they are only asking for one thing: let all the Nigerian zoo terrorist government, leave Biafran land if truly they want peace to reign in Biafran land. If not, that they will keep on collecting woto as it is hot for Biafran land. Now, also in one of the videos online currently, because the one that happened in the army checkpoint, as I'm talking to you, at least nothing less than two terrorist soldiers have been died in that particular checkpoint, and the number continue to increase. Some of their their weaponry have actually been taken by the Biafran Defense Forces. This is part of the plan to make sure that every terrorist army, every state and non-state actors, that have continued to buy innocent people in Biafran land are properly disseminated, and their property and their wherever they run their evil deeds are totally being brought down. The Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is ensuring this and is making sure that he does everything possible to make sure that these people leave Biafra. Now, let me tell you, especially this festive period, if you see the way these people continue to extort Biafrans. In fact, there's one I heard along Imo Aba Road, Owerri Aba Road rather. I heard that there's a point you will get to, if you are in a commercial bus, you will come down and you will trek. I even heard at times you will raise your hands up. you know, I used to hear those things back then when we had the civil war. This has proven and this has shown over and over again that Nigeria is at WAR with Biafra in Biafran land. No matter how they want to paint it, call it guerrilla warfare, call it what is the other one? The reality is that it is now proven over and over again that these people are in war with the Biafran people. And that is why the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoko Ipetrila to make sure that justice, freedom, and these people are totally removed and wiped out from Biafran land. If I'm honestly in their shoe, it's looking at how the Biafran Defense Forces has been taking over every part of the Biafran land and bringing down their people, I will run away for my life. It's as simple as that, because it is now proven it is now well known to the world that Biafra is ready to make sure that they get the freedom that they want. And the Biafran Liberation Army and the Biafran Defense Forces and the resistance fighters are not joking about it. They are doing everything possible to make sure that this comes to realization. Now let us go to other issues so that you will know what we are actually talking about.
Like ants. Na-akwa ọchịcha, Billy na-akwa ọchịcha. That a young man of 45 years or 40 years of age is living in Akwa Ọchịcha with his entire household, 7 children and wife. That means there is no security and there is no peace. Wherever he left. So the person who asked this question is aware that there is war in our land. He knows that there is war in Biafra land. But this war is against those who are bringing insecurity in our land. The person who asked that question is aware that there is war in our land. But this war is not the war that is chasing our people, giving them sleepless night, chasing them away from their ancestral homes. Are you getting the difference? This war is the war that will give them peace while they live in their ancestral homes, in their fatherland. You see the difference? The person is aware that there is war in our land, but it is war that will give them peace, not the war that will chase them from their ancestral homes and put them in IDP camps where they will be living in Akwa Ọchịcha like ants. That's why that question was asked. So let's continue.
To be asking the same question. So here is my response. The only way to sustain the peace that we have brought to Biafra territory and to the Biafra people is to make sure that Nigeria never breed within our territory.
He did not give you instance. I told you from beginning that when I watched this video, I told you Wolomo, because if any no here, boy, and we find out Ezioku anakoro Mary. Ezioku anakoro Mary. Undiluted truth. And if any no could be if any life. And I read. He said the only way, he did not give you any assumption. This is not a church of assumption. The only way, he said, it is only one way. Only one way. And which way is that? Never allow the zoo to breed in Biafra land. And he's going to give you instances because I don't want to be ahead. On a no more Kunobi, so I can even go ahead and start explaining. But I don't want to be ahead. I want him to land before I analyze. The only way, one way traffic. Remember that is only one way. Never allow the zoo to breed in Biafra land. Some of you who have not watched the video, who do not understand what is about to say, maybe thinking. So you think if you don't allow Nigeria to breed in Igbo land, then there will be peace. You don't know anything. Pay attention. Ntebonka. Gedonte.
The Nigeria terrorist army, Nigeria terrorist state police, and every arm carrying person under Nigeria within Biafra territory must not be allowed to breed because they are the main cause of insecurity. They are the terrorists that have been terrorizing people, facilitating the attack against indigenous people, and shielding these ragtag terrorists when they come to kill.
Now, those of you one Nigerianist may say, shut up your mouth. Those of you one Nigerianist may say, look at this idiot. Those of you one Nigerianist may say, you are this, you are that. You may call him or me all sorts of names, whatever name that comes to your mouth, you may call us, no problem. You have listened to one part, right? You have not understood it. And I do not expect you to understand it at this very point in time. Boto, Gedonte, Makanante Bonka. Remember what he said. Any arm-carrying person or group of persons representing the zoological republic of animal kingdom within Biafra land must not be allowed to do what? To breed. And he said, because They are the ones facilitating the insecurity that is happening in Nigeria today. You may say it's a lie. Now pay attention. Angola ngwo na ka na-esi ekwu maka na nkwu na-abịa. And nkwu a ọ nọkwa nso. Now pay attention.
So we are not going to allow them to breed in Biafra territory until Biafra become an independent state, recognized under international community and the United Nations. I want you to take a look at where Nigeria is breeding.
Now pay attention. He said, those of you who did not believe what he said, that to maintain peace and security that Biafrans are enjoying without living in IDP camps, as the Benue people, the Kaduna people, the Borno people, of course, all of them, name them, as all of them living in IDP camps. For us not to live in IDP camps, to maintain peace and security that Biafra government has brought in Biafra land, no Nigerian armed carrying person or group of persons should be allowed to breathe in Biafra territory. Those of you who doubted it, now pay attention. There are other places that Nigeria or Nigerian armed forces are breathing. As we are not allowing them to breathe in our land, you say it's you are this, you are that, you are terrorist, you are this, you are coward. Now, he will tell you other places where Nigeria is breathing. I'm carrying Nigerian forces are breathing. They are allowed and they are very, very comfortable in those places. Now pay attention. Let us hear from the Prime Minister.
How the security situation are in those. I want Biafra territory until Biafra become an independent state, recognized under international community and the United Nations. I want you to take a look at where Nigeria is breeding, how the security situation are in those places. Take a look in Yoruba land. Nigeria is breeding in Yoruba land.
Very well.
29,000 people have been reportedly killed by the Fulani terrorists. People have.
Even I no be me talking. Even the Prime Minister himself is not the one who said it. I want you to put it as one of the questions you ask when you come to debate me, so that I will give you the evidence. Even the PM himself is not the one that said it. He's not making up any story. 29,000 people died by the Fulani terrorists in Yoruba land. Some of the fools and the cowards that I see on social media, especially on TikTok and Twitter, talking nonsense against Biafra, talking arrant nonsense, castigating them. You think anybody who goes to any of these platforms on social media, especially on TikTok, to address them, addressing this Afonjas and the Ilibinu, all these idiots, all these urchins, ranting on TikTok and Twitter, and you go there to address them, you are the biggest fool. You as an Igbo man, going there to talk or to address them, you are the biggest coward. Because you don't know who you are. And you don't know why they are angry. You don't know why they are against you. They are against you because what is happening in their land is not happening in your own land. They are against you because they have seen the light in you. They have seen that you are about to be free. They have seen that nobody can hold you down anymore. They are angry. Above all, they are hearing the news. They are getting the news. How their friends, how their relatives, how their kinsmen who are in the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist army are being, sent to judgment on a daily basis in Biafra land. Those who came to terrorize innocent Biafrans in the name of army have been sent to judgment on a daily basis, and these urchins are not comfortable with those news. They are mourning, and you expect them to be happy with you. Or you think those people who are being sent to judgment, non whatever fussy, you think they don't come from somewhere? Are you not aware that the Yorubas and the Middle Beltans, including the Libinus, are more populated in the army? Are you not aware that these are the main terrorists that we are facing and fighting in Biafra land? Are you not aware? Are you not aware? So when you see them mourning, ranting, crying on social media, you calling you all sorts of names, you go there to address them. Now you be the main idiot. You are the main fool there. You should allow them to mourn. Allow them to mourn. You think they are insulting you? You think they are calling they are calling you names? No, they are actually mourning because they are getting the news. They are getting the news. They are mourning, and they can't control their emotions. Therefore, they have to call you names. So don't go there. Do not go. Allow them to mourn. Don't go there. Don't address them. Allow them to call all sorts of names. It doesn't change anything. It does not scratch our skin. It does not scratch our skin. Aibu Dogu. We are the only people who are armed to chase away terrorists who are coming to buy our innocent women and children. It is only in Biafra land that you have youths, men, armed to the teeth, chasing away terrorists. Only in Igbo land, in Biafra land. You can't see that in any other place in the entire zoological republic. It is only in Biafra. So anytime you see them calling you all sorts of names, you know, they are mourning. They are not insulted. They are just mourning because they can't do what we are doing. They never burn them.
Been reportedly killed. Take a look in Yoruba land. Nigeria is breeding in Yoruba land. 29,000 people have been reportedly killed by the Fulani terrorists.
Let me help you. Let me help you, my Prime Minister. It is not only the 29. That was the news because one of the Yoruba, nations now leader, the old man, I don't remember his name, was crying and shouting the other day. He brought the news, actually. But it did not end there. There is another news that over 10,000 Yorubas have fled their homeland into Benin Republic seeking refuge. It's not just a news, it was a video. We saw it. How many of you saw it? I think that was in 2019. How many of you saw it? Even Mazen Amdekano, use it for broadcast. It was a video, not new, not just news, not an audio news. It was a video. Akintoye, thank you. Oliobi Eric, thank you. Akintoye is one that brought that mentioned the amount of people that were died by the Fulani terrorists. But we are talking about the video now of Yorubas, over 10,000 Yorubas from Ogun State fled their homes into Benin Republic seeking refuge. How many of you watched that video? Because what I'm saying is in the public. It's a video, not a audio news, not a propaganda. Now let's continue.
Look at the northwest, where Nigeria is breeding. There are many terrorist groups springing up on daily basis. Innocent women and children are being neutralized every day.
And there is another new terrorist group now that has come up from Sokoto. Sokoto, of all people. Gobir. Now has his own new terrorist group. Not the Fulani bandit in Zamfara, not the Mieti Allah Fulani Herdsmen terrorist group, not Al-Qaeda in Maghreb, not ISIS in West Africa, not Boko Haram, not Ansaru, not the Isba. No, a very fresh, newly formed terrorist organization is currently now in Sokoto. And I'll show you another thing. Let PM finish. I'll show you something else.
Take a look in the Middle Belt where Nigeria is breeding.
Very well.
There are people who have given birth to their children inside IDP camp. And many of those children are today 19 years of age. What does that tell you? It means that people have actually left and fled their ancestral land and have been living in IDP camp for more than 19 years. And without any plan,
no plan
for them to reclaim their land. Their land is now being occupied by strangers. Who are those strangers? The fighters that were actually killing the people and chasing them out of their own land. Nigeria is breeding
very well
in the Middle Belt. And that's the reason why we decided that the solution to sustain this security in our land is to make sure that Nigeria never breed. And that's what Simon Ekpa is leading.
Now, do you understand what he means by Nigeria is breeding in those lands? Do you understand? Do you understand it? The meaning is that the zoo is breeding in those lands. The meaning is very simple, because in those places, the army is free. Nigeria army is well stationed in these areas in Middle Belt. In fact, Kaduna has the highest military cantonment, the highest navy barracks, military headquarters, police headquarters, Air Force base. These are all located in Kaduna. Nigeria is breathing well, very, very well in Kaduna State. Look at Kogi State. Look at Benue State. The capital of Benue State is Makurdi. Makurdi has one of the biggest military barracks in entire Nigeria. One of the biggest military barracks in the entire Zoological Republic is located in Makurdi. But my people, in Benue